See if that's working now. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. Second attempt. Don't think camera works on this lappy. On my little lappy. I don't think the camera works. Hey Diane, hey Jules. Can you see me? What we're gonna look for. We're gonna look for this. Bear with me a second. Does this reach? It's a bit warm in this suit. That's last one. Oh, I'm glad you well. That's old one. I've changed suits, haven't I? You've gone on different live.
You're live now?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not come up.
I bet it's that side it charges from, isn't it, this? No, it's not going to reach. It's okay. Hey, Kelly, Tanya, Kelly, Diane. Kelly, I'll put you first on screen. Tanya, can see you now. John's on wrong stream. Can you share out for me, guys? Because last one we've done, and it's gone a little bit wrong. What's up with this camera now? Oh, do you know? I never organised. Never organised. That's better. I can see. Move my light a bit more that way. Sorry about that, guys. I just blinded myself. Hey, Alan, Judith. Hope you're well. Just keep putting in chat if you would like a reading, and I will try and get to as many as I can tonight. So, Kelly, for you, my lovely. Kelly, for you, we have got the Hangman card. I don't know if you can't really see that card very good, can you, at the minute? Just bear with me a sec. Does that show any better? No. Wrong way, I'm holding the damn card. That shows a bit better, doesn't it? The Hangman card, Kelly, for you. So, new beginning's going to be coming in. Just be careful you don't get stung, though, Kelly. There's something coming in, and there's a bit of a beehive. So there is this, like, just tread carefully in a certain way. Just remember, Kelly, because we've got the tortoise coming in on the top. Just remember, because it's a new beginning, don't go rushing head first. Remember, the tortoise wins the race. So take your time in making decisions, and especially when it comes to the new beginning part. Because if you don't, you're going to rush in and you might end up back to where you are, Kelly. So again, just a new beginning for you coming in, my lovely. There's 1, 2, 3. There's 4 people in spirit that are coming in around you. And I'm not sure whether there's an animal. I'm seeing like bones of like it's like a crossbone. I don't know if this would be an animal because the bones represent with a dog. So I don't know if there's an animal coming in around spirit around you. Financing wise, everything's okay. There's going to be something to do with timing as well, Kelly. So make sure timing's kept. I don't know if you can see it, but the clock's showing. So make sure your timing's kept, my lovely. Alan. Hey again. I hope you're well, beautiful lady. Alan, I've got you on screen. If anybody wants to know who I'm doing a reading for, if you look on my screen, it will say the name of the person. Alan, for you, we have got the Two of Cups card. Can you see that? So, there's definitely something to do with a closeness coming in around you. But to me, it concerns... I would say 6, but I feel like 2 are on the outside and there's 4 in the middle, if that makes sense. And I do feel that you put in quite a bit of like a protection up around them, but I also feel that you're making gaps. So I'm not sure what's going off with these 2 on the outside there. I don't know if you can see them. You can see the ones flying about. That's where the 6 would come into it, Alan. You're starting to put barriers down, but do it again, do it at your own pace, because one of these has got good intentions. The other one, I feel that they need to, you need to be more careful letting this one back in. I do feel though that there is a special bond between you and somebody else, because you can see the connection coming in there. So whether it's relationship or friendship, there's definitely a strong bond. I don't know if you can see it on this card. This lighting's crap. John might have to come down and put me big light on, because this little lamp's doing sod all. But yeah, you can see this person on this side. They're more coming in with a stinger, so just be wary of this person coming back in too soon. Don't let your guard down. But this one on the other side, they're coming in, and I think they're more they've sort of like accepted the situation as is, and that's what I'm getting there. But the strong bond relationship coming in, I don't know why I'm getting that's better. I don't know why I'm getting with this card, Alan. You're both on the same wavelength, but I feel at times you can both sting each other. Because there's like snakes coming from either one, from both of you. So I don't know if at times it's not a love-hate relationship. I think that's strong, but I think at times I don't know whether what's going off there, but there's definitely something where I feel that you I don't say snipe at each other, but like henpeck. I don't know whether that's the word, Alan, that I'm looking for. Don't know why I'm seeing mushrooms, Alan. I don't know whether that's something that connects to you, that resonates for you, but I'm seeing like mushrooms, and I don't know what the pumpkins represent, but there's pumpkins. So I don't know if October for you would be that there's like 5 things going off in October, around October time. That's what I'm getting for you, Alan. I hope that makes some sense to you, my lovely. Suzanne. Hey, I speak my truth. That's okay. Oops. Throwing kids. Thank you, Carol. For you, Suzanne, we have got the Page of Pentacles card. Can you see that all right, guys? Is it clear enough? I hope so. So let's have a look. You need to start listening to your inner guide. These messages you're trying to, not messages as such. You've got something going on that you're thinking about doing, but you seem to not be listening. You're listening with your head and your heart. You need to start listening with your, on like on a spiritual level. Start listening to Merry Christmas, Peter. Start listening with your gut. Your gut is the gut will guide you to where you need to be, because your gut will never take you down a wrong path. But you need to start listening to yourself more, and stop taking advice on others. You know what's right for you and what's wrong, my lovely. I do think though that there is going to be somebody around you, and I don't know whether it's a ring. To me, it looks like a ring, but I'm going to say this is going to be more next year. I feel that there's going to be something to do with either an engagement or a wedding. But I do think this is going to be May, June, July-ish, July-ish, because it's sort of like going, might be wrong on months, but I don't know if you can see this rabbit leaning forward. So this means the month's away, but it looks halfway It looks halfway through, but I can see the ring. So I don't know if there's something coming up with a wedding or an engagement coming up. I don't know where the blood disorder comes in around you, but there's definitely something to do with a blood disorder coming in, Suzanne. But I can't tell whether that's personally with you. Um, I'm going to say I think there's a personal link to you, something to do with the blood. Also, you've managed to push that anger down. Keep pushing it down, because if you don't get that under control, it's going to build back up and overtake your mind, my lovely. But you need to just start listening to your own advice and not listening to others. Tracy? Afternoon, Gillian. Yes, Gillian, I can see your chat, my lovely. Sorry, the chat's been going pretty fast at this end, so I apologise if I didn't see you coming in. 7 of Wands, my lovely Tracy, for you. So I can see around you, Tracy, that there has been a lot of, I'm not going to say arguments, but that kind of, go on, that kind of poking, if you know what I mean. I'm not going to say big arguments, but it's like everybody's trying to have a piece of you. And at the minute, I feel that you're sitting on the fence with this. With whatever it is, you're sitting on the fence. But at some point, you're going to have to get off that fence, because you can't sit there. Because while ever you're not making that decision, all this is going to continue. It's going to be difficult, but you're not the only one. Tracy, that's sitting back. There's two people at the side of you. But again, to me, these would be more protectors of you. But I believe this is two people that have got good intentions, and they sort of like watch your back. They've like got eyes and ears on everybody. So yeah, you just need to get your head straight, make that decision, and don't stay on that fence too long, because again, you might miss something. I do think this is something to do within the family, though, because it's adjoining to the family tree. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom. It's adjoined to the family tree, so there's definitely a link to family coming in there. You've got your shield up as well, so I do feel that it's not something. I think this is something that's gone on over time also. And it's like you've built that shield wall up. But by sitting on the fence, you're not going to. So you need to start making that decision. I'm not going to say jump into something you don't know, but really start thinking where your loyalties need to lie, my lovely. I hope that makes some sense to you. Diane. Oh, I missed what Laura put. Diane, my lovely, for you, we have got the 5 of Cups. So let's see what's going on in this card. 2 celebrations coming up, because there's 2 cups coming in on wings. So there must be two not celebration. It is a celebration, but there must be 2 passings that either, to me, they're coming in quite close together. But it could just mean that the crossings were in the same month. I don't know if you can see them at the top of the card, just above the head of the lady. They're coming in, my lovely. Again, with you, there's more. I think there's illness coming in below the waist. I don't know if it's extended from the side, but it's more like like mid and then down into the legs. I do see that you're pondering over money at the minute, though. There's like a 50 pence piece hanging behind your head, so there is money. You're worrying over money, but I think you're worrying over nothing. If that makes sense, I think you're getting yourself worked up. over different things. I don't know where the diamond connects into, but it's a diamond, but it's got a heart in the middle. So I'm not sure where that one connects into you. There is somebody in spirit that is trying to get your attention, let me say. They're holding a ball, so I don't know whether football and fishing would have been associated with this person, but this football and fish, they're holding the ball, and the fish is coming in at the side of them. So whether they were a sporty person, it could be actually it could be cricket ball, but it's a ball. And there's fishing also. I do think this person is to the family tree because they're coming in behind the tree, but I do feel though that you are the backbone to the family also. And I think with that, I think the family need to give you some space, because it's like you're the backbone and you're dealing with everything else, but you're not dealing with your stuff. If that makes sense, my lovely. I speak the truth. I speak the truth for you, my lovely. We have got the Five of Wands. So there's definitely some arguments going off around you. This is to do with the three, though. So I don't know who the three are, but it's to do with the three. But when I look at this card, I also see. I think this has been a constant battle with you, and I think it's a battle that you've been. It's a battle that you're locked in with yourself as well. And it's like you managed to get away, and it's like you've been dragged back in. Because there's been like spaces where you've not been involved, and now it's like it's like at the bottom there you're not involved. You knew it were brewing, but you wasn't involved. Then you got involved, or they involved you. Then you like had a break again there, and then you can see then where it's like back again. But it's definitely to do with the number three people or three things. But that's what the argument's coming in over. But I think some of it is an argument between yourself. There's also a gentleman's energy coming in spirit. In fact, I'm going to say there's a lady and a gent coming in. There's something to do with the big hair coming in. And they're also. It's like I think they've got two pink roses in the hand. So I don't know whether pink roses mean something to you. I speak the truth, but there's definitely something to do with pink roses. The gentleman seems to have got his arms around two ladies, so I don't know where it's two ladies in spirit that are coming forward. Both of them seem to have high hair though, so I'm not sure where that connects to. But like I said, there's two roses. I do feel one of them would have been very religious though, because I can see I'm seeing the sign of the cross. So I don't know if one of these ladies would have been religious or spiritual. Before she went before when she were living. um but yeah, you need to get away, because there is that depression coming in at the bottom of the card. You can see the darkness coming up. So I do think in the past, I do think that you have suffered with depression. And like I say, I think then you get out, but then you're getting dragged back into something else, and I think that's where the battle is with yourself as well. But that's what I'm getting for you. I hope that makes some sense to you. Just bear with me a second. I've got oh my god, don't want to block wrong person. I think I've blocked him. Yeah. Do you know? Do you know? Um. Dawn. Hey, Nanny Lane. Thank you for sharing that for me, my lovely. You're not very well. For you, Dawn, we've got the Two of Wands, my love. I don't know where the musician or music comes in around you, but there's definitely something to do with music coming in around you. Do you know you've got the world right above you at this moment in time? Everything you want to do, you can do. Can you see that world above your head, Dawn? The only thing that's stopping you is yourself. Can you see them barriers you're putting up in front of yourself? You're the one that's holding you back. Nobody else is doing the holding back. You're holding you back, and I'm not sure why you're holding yourself back. I think in the past, I think people have tried to hold you back, and I don't know whether they give you self-doubts, because you can see the two invisible ones at the bottom, which to me means that they're invisible, so they shouldn't matter, if that makes sense. But I don't know whether you was henpecked or held back, your confidence within your confidence level. But it's like now your confidence is oozing, but it's like you're putting the barriers up to stop you from moving forward. Whereas though you could actually step forward and a new world can be for you. You've just got to allow yourself to do that. I'm seeing purple, so I'm seeing healing coming to the shoulders, and to the top of the leg area on both sides. So I don't know what if there's something going off, but I definitely see healing coming in there. The healing on the shoulders, it's like coming from the elbows up and across the chest. You can see the lilac on the card, as I show you that. Oh, why have I put Tanya up now? Hang on a minute. I don't know if John's still on. I'm reading for Dawn. John, are you still on? I'm also seeing red round the feet, Dawn, so I don't know if there's issues also coming in the feet. But yeah, you definitely need to step forward. And this, like I said, there's something to do with music, my lovely. I hope that makes sense for you, my lovely. Happy Christmas, Luca. Tanya. I don't think John's on. Oh, have we got any moderators on Facebook, please? Wheel of Fortune for you, Tanya, my lovely. Big changes are going to start coming in. So get ready for that wheel of change coming in. It's going to take you certainly out of your comfort zone, but it's also going to be good for you. So I think it's going to be good. Yeah. No, I can't see your comments, Doc. Oh, all right. It's all right. So we're blocking him as well. I don't know what this represents. To me, I thought it were like a pearl necklace, but then when I've looked closely, it's more like a snake, but it's like caused a divide between two sides. So I don't know where that divide comes in, but I don't know whether this is attached to the new beginnings, but I do feel that it's been slow and it's been a winding thing. And I believe this has been happening for a long time, but I do believe that somebody's caused a divide between friends. I'm not sure whether it's family, friends, but there's definitely been a divide coming in. I feel one side parties though, and I don't want to say the other side feel like, I'm going to say older before the time. I don't know if that makes sense to you, Tanya, but it's like the divides come up and it's like some are older before the time and the others like to party. Um, yeah, I've got a lady watching over you though. A lady's coming through. I can just see the butterfly wings, but she's holding like a staff in her hand. Um, it's not a staff, it's a guitar. She's holding a musical, again, a musical item within her arms, and I think to me it looks more guitarish. Um, but there's something to do. I don't know whether it's like a broochy type thing, but there were two brooches. One's got a red dot in the middle, so I don't know if that's like a ruby in the middle. And I'm not sure on the other one, but the other one's more clear. So I don't know where these two like brooches are coming in from. There is loved ones in spirit though on either side, from the partying side and the grown old before the time. But definitely big changes coming in for you, my lovely. Graham. Graham, for you, my love, we have got the Queen of Swords. Again, I feel you've been a bit out of sorts, Graham. I think there's been, I'm going to say this is more to do with family, again, because I can see the vines coming up through through your body. And I feel that you've had your hands full slightly. I don't know if you can see the vines. I'm trying to lift my arm up so that light comes on. But you could see the vines coming up. So I don't know whether that's where the family's coming in. But I do feel that you have been, I think you've been going through a bit. There's so much healing coming in around you though, but it's coming in, it's like it's cocooning you from the head down. And there is healing coming in all over. Um, you've got your sword up, and it's like you're fighting something invisible, if that makes sense. Um, you've just got to reach your hand out that little bit more, because if you can reach your hand out, that stretch your arm out, you're going to feel a cord, and that cord's going to be what's going to need that's going to get you out of where you are. And it's like the light's not actually, it's hit you yet, but it's there. You can't see it, you can't see the light, but it's there. But like I said, there's so much healing coming in around you. There's two dogs coming in also in spirit. But they're like two completely different, and two different breeds or two different dogs coming in. You can see them there in bottom card. So I hope that makes some sense for you, my lovely. I'm too far down my chat now. Oh, thank you, Sumbler. It's okay. I'm looking for YouTubers as well. There are in the forces tonight. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I put Judith on, and I were. Oh, I hate this. Sumbler. There we go. I do apologise. Oh, it's going to do it again. Don't do it again to me. Sumbler, my lovely lady, for you, we've got the Ten of Pentacles card coming in. So Pentacle cards for me is a very spiritual card anyway. I do think that there's going to be spiritual learning coming in, but I think you're going to grow into that spirituality, Sumbler. I think there's more growth to come. I don't know what the three candles are in the background, but normally candles to me mean loved ones. So I'm going to say that there's three loved ones in spirit, because I can see the candles coming in. I do believe these are family members that are coming in. I also again feel like you're the backbone for the family, but you need to turn and you need to take some time out for yourself. I don't feel that you get enough time to yourself. Not that the family's a bad place to be, because it's full of flowers and everything else. But I do feel that at the minute you don't get that peace and quiet where you need to focus on what you want to do. Again, there's an animal coming in at the side, so I don't know where the animal connection comes in with you, but it looks bigger than a dog, unless it's a big dog. Let me show you. It's coming in. Can you see it at the side there? But it's like it's got like pointy ears. Dobermans have pointy ears, don't they? Doberman dogs. So yeah, but I feel that there's something. I feel with this animal that there would have been something to do with a leg, because the leg's got like a cast. It's got like a pot leg. So I'm not sure what that comes into you. But to me, this card for me is all about you growing, the connection back to Mother Earth, and the learning process you've got to do. You've come so far on a spiritual level, but there's still so much more to learn, and you just need to take that time and focus it on you, and step away from the family to take your time out, my lovely. And what is the reason he blocked me without giving the closure? If you're advertising your own readings, Butterfly, you'll get blocked, because it's quite rude. If you're not advertising readings, then I apologize, but I can't see John blocking for no reason. Yeah, but you're over on YouTube anyway, so it's a different moderator over on YouTube. But there's a reason why you blocked, my lovely. And for you, my sweets, we have got the Judgment card. So one, and stop being hard on yourself at the minute, sweets. I do feel like that you are in need of some rest. Because you sat up there on your stool and you're taking some quiet time out. Again, I think this is, even though there's love within the family, and I don't know whether you feel like you've gone through life on your own, even though the families have been there. It's like you're in the cocoon, you're in the bubble of love, but it's like you've done this on your own. If you can see where your stops have been as you've gone upwards. So I feel that I think you've done everything on your own, and now it's time to start allowing others to come in. I do think that there is going to be, from both sides of the family, I do think they're trying to shove olive branch. I don't know whether it's too late for you to accept it, only you know that. But there is olive branches coming out. But it's as though they put them out, but then they retract them. They put them out and they retract them. And I don't know whether this is something that's been got. This is something that's gone on through life. I don't know, because there's all these branches coming out, but they're all curling back on the on the self, sweets. Yeah. But for me, there's hope, there's a light coming in around you. There's definitely healing coming into the legs and the feet area. There is a chance, there is that resting up period that needs to come, because you know what, you don't have to do everything now. You can do it over time, my lovely. But for me, enjoy that rest, get some healing before you start trekking again. And yeah, just watch for family, because it's like they're putting their in and out, and if that makes sense. Rachel. Is it my question, dear? I don't know. What question did you ask, Butterfly? I don't know what question you asked, my lovely. Rachel, for you, my lovely, we've got the Empress card. Wow, it looks like everything's been quite hectic around you at the minute. I don't know if you can see the hecticness in that card. It's like you don't know whether you're coming or going, Rachel. There's a lot of slipping and sliding in between. You can see that like under your foot, so you're sort of like going back and forward, back and forward. But I feel like there's been that much going on around you that you haven't had a moment to stop and think. We've got a tiger coming in for strength. We've got a friend coming in that you can lean on. And I think this friend that you can lean on, I think they've been with you through thick and thin. In fact, I think they as a friend, I think they've got a family feel to them. But I do feel like that everything's just sort of like come at once around you. I do think there's been a lot of good things happening around you. But I do see the apple coming into play again. So just be aware not to be tempted by the apple. Definitely things going off within the spine, around the hips and the top of the legs. But I just feel like at the minute your head is in such a confused situation, not confused situation, but confusion just in general. It's like there's just so much going on in your head, and every time you're trying to sort something out, it's sort of like coming back on you, Rachel. Um, so yeah, you need to take you're gonna need to take a step back. There's a heart coming in on the tummy. I think there's going to be baby news coming in for you next year. Not for you personally, it might be you personally, but baby news is you're going to receive baby news. And I think it's going to be. I'm not going to say where it's going to be. But there's definitely a heart coming around the tummy area. So for me, that's a sign that there's going to be baby news coming in for you. So let me know if you get that news. But yeah, don't let family keep you hanging on. Sometimes you don't. Your friends don't. What is it? You don't have to be blood to be family. Something like that, my lovely. So I hope that makes sense for you. Um, hey, Helen. We got Helen up. Good to new comments. Hey Zoe, evening everybody that's new that's joining. Helen, for you we've got the Hierophant card. You're like a willow tree, Helen, if that makes sense. I do think that you are a very spiritual person. Your third eye is really open to the energies, to spirit. I think sometimes you're too open, so maybe just make sure you try and put that protection around you. But I feel like this connection to on a spiritual side. I'm not sure. To me, I got the coven, but I don't know whether coven's the right word. But I'm definitely seeing like a book of spells coming in around you. But this that book could also be like a learning book though coming in. Do you know with this card? Don't know why, but I get a very pagan field of feeling, if that makes sense to you, Helen. I get like a very earthy feeling with this, very grounded. But I think you're a well-grounded person. And I think again, sometimes you just need to close off to spirit. I think this is more what this card's showing. If you can see, it's like your third eye's continuously open, which is going to have the effect of tiredness on yourself and opening you up to the elements, which obviously you'll already know about, Ellen. But yes, for me to you, it's just putting more protection in around yourself, and making sure that third eye, making sure that your chakras are all cleansed. But like I say, very grounded. Family does mean a lot to you. You're the center of the family, and I do believe you've had it passed down from generations. The gift that you've got, I do believe that it's that. And robins are very relevant to you. I don't know whether the robins are coming back. See three in the tree. So I don't know if the robins are coming back as no, sorry, four robins in the tree. And to me, robins are a sign for us loved ones, my lovely. Sharon. Hey, Lisa. Sharon, for you, my lovely, we've got the Nine of Cups. With this card, I do feel that you're very protective over a younger person. I do think for you, when you was younger, I do think that there would have been 1, 2, 3, 4 snakes around you. 4 snakes to me just means that it would have been 4 people that wouldn't have been really good to be around, if that makes sense. There's also a curl of the tail around the tummy, so I don't know if somebody's having tummy issues at the minute, Sharon, but because there's something to do with the tummy. Self-reflection, I think I'm getting for you, because I'm seeing you, but then I'm only seeing half of you at the bottom. Again, you're well connected, you're very well grounded when it comes to where it comes to Mother Earth as well. You can see your grounding's very well grounded, my sweets. 1, 2, 3. I feel like this year and next year is a year of celebrations. It's like last year, meaning this year, but the new year, it's going to bring so much there's going to be more celebrations in 2022 for you, and it's going to be like January is going to be a month to celebrate. January, February, March, April, May. It's like the first half of the year, it's just like celebration after celebration after celebration. So I hope that makes some sense to you, my lovely. But yeah, a little bit of self-reflection. Like I said, I don't know who's got the tummy issues, but there's definitely tummy issues coming in. You're very grounded in yourself, and I think this card for you is just to reflect back that you're away from all that negative now. You're in a better place, emotionally, physically, and I know there's been celebrations the latter end of this year, but the celebrations are going to continue on into middle of next year, my sweets. I hope that makes some sense. Oh, sugar, I've gone too far. Aye, wow. They've shut back up the screen. Butterfly. This one's for you, my sweets. Butterfly for you, my lovely. We've got the Magician card. Again, I think at the minute, I think you're walking with your head in the clouds at some point. There is a lot of energies coming in around you. If I show you the card at the bottom, can you see all the energies coming in? So I know on a spiritual level that you can be guided by spirit. You're carrying something heavy on your head, though. There's something that you're carrying around with you that you can't seem to shake. And it's like, I feel that this is something that you've had from a child. And it's like it's grown with you, but the weight on the head is like it's just gone to like a big ball at the minute. And I think that as hard as it is to deal with things in the past, I think we need to start letting go. The number 8 is coming up, so I don't know whether this started when you were around 8 years old, or the number 8 is significant to something else. But like I said, I do feel that this is something that's like weighed on your mind all the way through. Julie T as well, please, Lindsay. No worries, Yo-Yo. I do feel though there's a lot of you give off a lot of purple, so I also think that you can heal. I think you're also a healer butterfly coming in. I think there's healing with you. But again, there's so much going on. It's like the energies aren't going to get through because you're putting that blockage there. But I believe this blockage, like I say, is something that stems from when you were younger. There's a gentleman coming through in spirit. I don't know why. It's something to do with the eyes. With this gentleman, it's like wear a hat, but there's something to do with the eyes on this passing. There is another lady in spirit who is also holding the pentagram. So I think pentacles. So I think for me, she would have been where you get your gifts from. There's also elementals coming in. So I don't know whether you've got a connection to the elementals or whether that's a connection to Mother Earth. But yeah, for me, you need to sort out what's bothering you, sweets, because it's going to keep building and building, and it's going to put blockages on you moving forward. So I hope that makes some sense. Where Julie T? There she is. No comments gone. Hey, Claire. Hang on, I'm looking for my Julie. There we go, July. There we go, July T. Sorry, I called you Julie. I do apologise. Me and my names get twisted. I hope that makes sense to you, Butterfly, my lovely. July for you, my lovely, we've got the Six of Wands. Do you know what? You're about to set off on a journey of a lifetime. You are going to be leaving everything behind, and you are just going to be going for it. You don't need your light. You're just guided by the, I'm going to say, excitement of life. I do think that there is some health issues going off with the spine, which again I think will affect the legs. But there's also something to do with a kite. I'm not sure what the kite means, but for me, after Christmas is going to be when you're going to be ready to move, when you're going to be ready for the off. Music's linking in also, and I don't know why we're seeing the penguins, but penguins must be significant for you. The money issues now are behind you. They've like been put to rest, so that's all done and focused with. I do believe you have put barriers up through life, and it's like now you've finally let that last barrier down. And it's like you've made peace and you're ready. But around Christmas time, because I'm seeing the Christmas wreath in front of you. So for me, after Christmas is when you're going to be ready to move on. But I do think there's going to be two choices that you've got to make. So you've got to choose between two things, because you've got two heads on the horse at the top. And there's two different paths. You've got one that's going to be, I'm going to say, an easier choice, and you've got the grass and the green. The other one, I can't see what's coming out, but it looks more flames. So I think that's going to be the one with the more danger element to it, which might be meaning more excitement coming in with that one, whereas the other one is going to be a slow and steady. So for me, the choice you have to make is which way do you want it? Do you want to take the slow and steady pace, or do you want the excitement and to jump through hoops of fire, if that makes sense, my lovely? But that's what I'm getting for you. Elvira, I do apologise if I've said your name wrong. New comments. There we go. Elvira, for you, my lovely, we have got the Ten of Swords. I feel that you're very drained at the minute. Your energy is being sucked out. So I don't know whether, have you ever heard of them vampires that we call it? Is it vampire energy? But to me, it's like other people are sucking the energy out of you. You definitely need to put some protections, wear some crystals wear crystals in your bag, whatever. But meditation, cleansing them chakras, removing yourself from negative energy, but also putting like a protection spell up or wearing something that protects energy, because I feel that your energy is just being zapped right out of you. again, there's a lot of purple coming in, so there's a lot of healing coming in. I do think that there's children's energy in spirit though. And I'm gonna say more. I don't know why I'm seeing four, but I feel like there's four babies in spirit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, five. Five babies in spirit. That's what I'm seeing. Coming in. That's coming in around you. But I do feel your spirit guide is holding you up. Is trying to hold you. And if you can see, they're in blue. And it's like the spirit guide's trying to hold you. It's like they're taking their energy as well. And this is why you need to start putting energy up around you. Take yourself on a little retreat, because once you start doing that and getting that energy, you will start feeling 100 times better. Again, money worries, don't worry about them, worry about yourself. I don't know where the number 5 connects in, but I'm getting a 3 and a 5. So I don't know where the 3 and 5 connect into you. And there's also something to do with like a locket. I can see I don't know if it's like a pocket watch or a watch on a train on a chain. I don't know where that's coming into. Like our nurses used to wear them, or bankers used to wear them. I think nurses were more like a strap, but this one's got like a chain to it, if that makes sense. But that's what I'm getting around you. I do think again there's issues around the tummy, but I think the health issues around you tend to come because you're picking up all the energies. You're not protecting yourself. I think once you get that protection in place, I think some of the ailments around you, where the illness is, will start. You'll start feeling better, if that makes sense. SAS. SAS for you, my lovely. We've got the Justice card. Again, for me, there's healing coming to the chest. There's healing coming to the back. Again, there's the scales at the minute are slightly off kilter. So not everything's balanced. One of the scales is slightly lower than the other. You can see it in the card there. One of the scales, so there's something that's taking you out of balance. Again, I think even though families on both sides, I'm not saying it wasn't a loving. I hate not saying it wasn't a loving family, but for me, when I see a loving family, I see greenery on the trees, and there's no greenery on the trees coming from either side. I think the gentleman in spirit was the person you would have been closest to when he was alive, and I think once that gentleman passed, I think that's when the that I think that was your that was your into the family, if that makes sense. There is a younger female in spirit coming through. I'm seeing the long hair, but I don't know what was going on with the top half of her body. I feel like there wasn't something. I don't know. I don't know if there was something not formed properly around the top, the arms, something above. The head's okay, the body, but the legs are really thin. So I don't know whether there were health issues around this young girl's passing. There is somebody in spirit on the other side of the family, not where this gentleman was, on the other side of the family. But they're coming in like the wicked. I don't want to say wicked stepdad, but it's like that kind of that kind of feeling that I get. I get a very devious look with this person, only because I'm seeing them with like a long mustache. This is just how I incorporate the pictures. But yeah, I'm just going to say a devious person on that side, on the other side of the family. It's like one thought they were royalty and one didn't, if that makes sense. And I don't know where the Ladybird connection comes in, but there's Ladybird connections coming in as well, SAS. Lisa Jane. Lisa Jane, my lovely, for you, we've got the Ace of Cups. Definitely 5 celebrations coming up. I do think these are going to be in the new year though. So it's going to be January, February, March time. That I think that there's going to be these celebrations coming up. Coins are coming into the hand, so there's the money situation is either sorting itself out or you're going to be coming into some money slightly. There is some tightening going on around the tummy area, and also it's like in like your ear, like one side of the face, that I feel that it's sort of like, I don't know how it can connect, but there's something to do with, like I say, around the tummy area. It's more like a tightening, but I think this is something that comes and goes. I don't think it's something that is a constant round with you. I do feel that there is going to be a baby news coming in though as well. I do feel that there is going to be baby news coming in, just because. But I'm already seeing the bump, so I don't know whether this person's already pregnant, and you already know, because I'm seeing like the bump of a pregnancy. So I don't know what that references to you or where that connects to you, Lisa. But there's definitely like the bump of a pregnancy coming in, and I don't know why I'm seeing trails of stars. But it's like there's like golden stars coming all the way up, like twisting round you from your feet to your waist. So I don't know what that connects to you. But there's also a child, I'm going to say, living. And I don't know if there's been something wrong with the child's chest, because there's a big butterfly, double butterfly on the chest area. And I think they're just letting you know whether this is something that's already happened or it's happening now. I think they're just letting you know that the healing's been sent there as well. But that's what I'm getting for you, my sweets. Doreen. Is there already one coming? Do we already know about this bump, Lisa? Doreen, for you, my lovely, we've got the 10 of Wands. Definitely carrying too much weight. You need to stop carrying weight for others and let other people start looking after themselves and sorting themselves out, Doreen. We can't sort everybody's problems out, and we have to give the problems back to the people. We can't carry it as much as we want to. So listen to people when they've got problems or when they come into you for advice. Just don't take it on that it's yours to deal with, because it's not. Once they walk out that door, they take their issues with them. And I think, you know, once you can do that, I think then you're going to feel like a weight's been lifted, and then you're going to be able to move to the next phase of your lifestyle. Because whilever you're carrying this, it's like walking with you, so you need to drop that. I also feel that there's some support coming on in the back, swelling around the top of the legs, and we've got red boots on, so there must be issues around the bottom legs to the around the knees, coming in. Again, there's going to be a choice that you're going to have to make. There's 2 choices coming up. One of the choices is you going to be able to make that new leap for yourself and keep to it. The other one is you stay where you are and you continue living the life that you're doing, if that makes sense, Doreen, my lovely. And I don't know why, but I'm getting. It's like something's showing me water the plants. It's like there's a weed on the floor that's dying. And it's just like water the plants. I don't know whether that means anything to you or it's got a sentimental value to you, or it's a joke. I don't know. But it's either watering the weeds or watering the plant. Um, so yeah, I don't know what that means, but that's for you, Doreen, my lovely. Terry, no more. Oh, Lisa, you have to let me know. Might be a Christmas present this year that you're gonna have another baby. Oh dear. Terry, for you, my lovely, we have got the moon card coming in. With the moon card, we've got a bit of yin and yang going off in the distance. But I do believe that that's going to get sorted. I do think that there's health issues coming in around you, Terry, at the minute. But there's also so much healing, and I do think that you will. After a couple of weeks, I think you will start feeling a little bit better, Terry. But there is health issues coming in, but it's like you're covered in purple. I don't know whether I'm seeing like gold around I don't know whether there's asthma or something to do with the chest area that's connected, because for me it's showing me the chest and it's going up into the throat, which to me that's how I feel when I with my asthma. There's also the crab showing, which shows on this card, which means the sign of Cancer. Yeah, on the sign of Cancer. I don't know where the sign of Cancer comes in. I know I'm a Leo, and that's July. So I don't know whether it's June, around June time. There must be something significant to June, but it's showing me for next year, not this year. There's also somebody that's half hiding behind the tree, but on this particular occasion, I feel this is somebody that's going to be fun to be around, Terry. And it's like they're constantly teasing you. They it's like they'll do it, not do it before you, but it's like they'll pretend to have done something before you, not in a nasty way, but in a fun way to it's like to me it's just like a very funny character, like a bit of a clown type of thing. And this person I do think is going to be absolutely amazing for you to be around, and you need to follow that person. You definitely need to follow this person, because I think you're both going to bounce off each other. But yeah, there's going to be choices to be made. You just got to believe in yourself, start believing in yourself, and you'll get where you need to be. Just build that self-confidence up. And I think this person that's going to be the joker, I think they're going to be the one that's going to help build your confidence up as you help them build theirs up. If that, yeah, like I said. Antoinette. Oh, other one on YouTube, Yo-Yo. For you, my lovely lady, we have got the Six of Pentacles coming in. There's going to be a gift received this year, or I'm going to say received, that is going to make your day, but it's also going to come as a shock, if that makes sense. It's like you're not going to be ready for this, and it's like going to be a present out of the blue. I do see that there is health issues. I already know about the health issues, so I'm not even going to go into them, because I know they're there. To me, it looks like a gentleman within the family tree. And I feel that they're watching over you now. But it's like this gentleman's watching over you. And I don't know why I don't know whether this gentleman enjoyed the wildlife, enjoyed bird watching, something like that, because that's sort of like what he's looking at. Um, but I'm also seeing side. I don't know whether there would have been a stroke with this gentleman, or there was something that was like a scar or something under the face. I'm just seeing like a line going down that side at face, but I'm only seeing the face. Um, I'm also seeing another gentleman coming through. This gentleman's got like a beard. Um, But I get with these gentlemen, he would have been more jolly than the other one. I think the other gentleman would have been a little bit more, I don't want to say hard face, but just like not as jolly as the other gentleman, if that makes sense. But I see with the other gentleman, it looks like they're holding, I don't know if that's a bottle. It looks like a bottle in the hand, so I don't know whether this gentleman would have liked to have had a tipple. But there's definitely, like I said, the gift's going to come in, and I think the gift that you're going to receive is going to be, and I do think it's going to be Christmas time that it comes, just because of the presents that we're seeing on the card. But I do think that it's going to take you aback in a good way. And all I'm going to say to you is you've got your ruby red slippers on, and just keep telling yourself there's no place like home. Accept it. Be nice about it, if that makes sense, because I think this is going to be off a person that's sort of like the nose is a bit stuck up, if that makes sense to you. But that's what I'm seeing for you, my sweets. I believe in all elementals, whether it's down to the leprechauns, whether it's down to the fairies, whether it's down to all stuff like that. I think for me personally, I believe in it all. If I believe in paranormal and I believe in the energies of the spirits, then I'd be very small minded to not believe in the elemental side, if that makes sense. So yes, so Craig. If there's anybody on YouTube that's wanting a reading, I need you to, hey, Neats, I need you to keep popping it in chat, because I'll miss your Facebook goes so fast. Craig, for you, my lovely, we've got the Ace of Wands. Definitely a time to sit down and reflect, start working with the energies in spirit, because I feel at the minute there's a stronger connection for you to start connecting. It's not going to happen though, Craig, overnight. This is something that you're like starting from, I don't want to say starting from scratch, but it's like you're starting from scratch. I don't know what JP, I don't know what JP means, or the initials JP, if anything, but I'm seeing JPA in letters coming in on the card. So I don't know what the JPA stands for. If you don't know, Craig, please just keep on to it and just let me know. But it's definitely time to start trying and start learning yourself how to get that communication going. Like I say, you can see it's a long journey, and it's not going to happen overnight. But the more you get in touch with your spiritual side, with the meditations, the workshops, going to a spiritualist church and learning from them. I think it's all open for you to learn. Whether you take it up, I'm not sure. But there's also, it's like there's an owl. I don't know where the owl connects in, but it's like you sat on the owl. So I do believe that at the minute you are very grounded where Mother Earth is concerned. And I do believe that there is protection around you. Tori G. Is Tori still in? Tori, for you, my lovely, we've got the Knight of Swords. Again, very guarded. There is a gentleman coming in behind you, though, and I believe this gentleman would be living. And I feel that he looks down his nose at you, Tori. I feel that this gentleman looks down his nose, and I feel like you're. Do you know it sounds daft, but it's like he's got you on a. It's like this person's got you on a leash, and I know and I know that's not a nice thing to hear, but I hope it has a meaning to you. But I feel like this gentleman's got you on a leash at the minute. But I feel like I feel like this person's not. I think they can be nice when they want to be, but I feel that they're dealing with their own anger issues, and I think they need to deal with their own anger issues before they start up trying to help you with things. There's a picture like a cockerel coming in, and it's like you need to be the victor of this disagreement that's going to be coming up. And you are going to be the victor if you play it right. You've just got to play things right. The money situation, again, it's in the background. To me, it seems fairly sorted. There is a grey area around money, but I do believe that at the minute there's other more important things to deal with than the financial situation. That can be dealt with at a later date, if that makes sense. That's the least of your worries. I think there's more worries around you. You're very, very guarded. And it's like you have got, it's like one hell of a brick wall around you, Tori. That's it's just proper built up, this brick wall. And I do think that you need to get positive people in your life so you can start chipping away. But I don't think that this gentleman's energy around you has a good reflection on your energy. I hope that makes sense to you, sweets. Joe, make sure you comment for a reading, guys, because I will be finishing soon. Joe, for you, we've got the Temperance card. So again, you're talking about twins, but there's a twin connection coming in. There's a twin flame coming in around you. We've got the light coming into the blue. But I feel this is like there's a celebration of the two together. So I don't know if there's two birthdays that get celebrated together, or whether it's definitely a twin flame that's coming in. I'm not sure what's happening around your feet, but I'm seeing soreness coming in around your feet, Joe. But I'm also feeling that you're in the mood. I feel like you're in the mood for partying at the minute. I think that's, and not just with the Christmas spirit. I think there's been a big change around to how you're feeling. Because at the minute it's like you're up on a diamond. And I feel that there's been lower points that you've been bouncing off, but it's like now you're back on top. It's like you are the you've got yourself back up. You've built yourself back up. That's what I'm going to say, Joe. I do struggle with these words. It does my head in. I am seeing blue though coming in. There's still some blue coming in around the head. So I still think there is some underlying issues that haven't been dealt with, and I think you're trying to cover them up by putting better things coming into your head. They need to be dealt with, Joe. Don't push them down and not deal with it. Because this is still affecting the stress that you're feeling around your shoulders, going down because you've got blue feet. The stress level is affecting you, and as much as you like to act like everything's okay, it's not, and you're just you've still got issues to deal with. deal with them, because it's going to start weaving back into how you're feeling, and it's going to knock you back. So make sure you start dealing with them. I think that's it, Joe. That's it, my lovely. That's what's on card for you, my sweets. Nita. Ooh. Nita, for you, my lovely lady, we have got the Chariot card. Feel things around you have been a little bit chaotic. Again, it's like you've been dragged back and forth. And now it's like you're ready to be, again, you've got to make that decision. You can't be influenced by other people around you. And I do think other people are trying to influence the decision that you've got to make. But it can't be on anybody else. You've got to make this decision final and stick with what you say. Because I do think this involves other people as well, Nita. I don't know if it's the wrist that you're suffering with, but I'm getting there's something to do with the wrist area. It's like the wrist going up to the elbow type on both arms. That's coming in. We've got the shoe, so there must be issues around the feet also. And I don't know if it's you that's having the issues with mobility, but there's somebody around who's got issues with mobility. And I think that they're trying to push themselves and not listen to the body. They need to stop. And if it's you, you need to stop and start listening to the ailments, because if you don't, it's going to affect you long in future. It's going to have that effect on you because you're pushing your limits, and you really need to. I don't know why I'm seeing Christmas baubles with faces on, so I don't know if you've got the Christmas baubles with loved ones' faces on, or there's something to do with the baubles and faces. I'm not sure, but there's a connection coming in there also. But yeah, don't let others influence you. You've got to make this decision, and it's got to be made by you. Needs. Nobody else can come in and jump in, if that makes sense. Zoe, my lovely. Hey, Miss Shorty. You've got the devil card, Zoe. Just because it's devil don't mean it's negative. So I do think somebody around you is trying to pull the wool over your eyes, Zoe. I do think that there is secrets kept in, but I also feel that you've got a partner in crime. Not necessarily, I can see your picture with somebody, but there's definitely you and somebody else, and it's like your partner in crime. I believe that this person would be, I'm going to say, slightly more outspoken than you. But I believe this relationship is like a chalk and cheesy kind of relationship. Because you're both devils, if that makes sense. I think you've both got a really good sense of humor. I think each of you, though, on a family wise, have gone through similar backgrounds in upbringings, had similar issues within families, but there is still some secrets that haven't been told, and not necessarily have to be told either, because trust has to be earned, but sometimes things are better left not said until somebody's ready to talk about it. So don't push the issues of them talking. I do think that there is health issues coming in around you. But you know what? It's like you and this other person have a similar ailment, and I don't know what it is, but it's something to do with the like tummy area. And I don't know where there's peacock feathers coming down. Peacock feathers are very healing, and there is a meaning behind peacock feathers, but you'll have to have a look what that is. But to me, that there is ailments coming in around around you to do with health. And keep your eye on the finances. Just keep your eye on finances. Nothing bad's going to happen, but just make sure you know what's what, where money's being spent and where it's not. Hey, Maya. Anne's. Anne's for you, my lovely. We've got the Page of Wands. Stop looking backwards or to the side of you. You need to look forward. You need to take the glasses off, the mask off your face, because somebody is stopping you from moving forward, from looking forward, should I say. It's like they're always trying to keep you looking in the past, but you need to start looking forward. Again, there's going to be baby news coming in around you, because there's a bow on the belly. So if you haven't heard it yet, there's definitely going to be baby news coming up. There's a child coming through in spirit, but I feel like this is a young boy. A young boy's energy coming through, because they sort of like stood to the side of you. And I don't know if it's you that has the issues again with the leg area and the shoulders. But I also see that there's anger going off. There's something that's getting you angry. That needs to be dealt with ASAP. Don't leave it, because it's just going to keep shattering and shattering, and the situation's going to end up a lot worse than what it is, my lovely. Just need to turn forward and start guiding your own light. Stop listening to other people and letting them influence your decisions, my sweets. Marie. Hey, Marie. Marie, for you, my lovely, we've got the Three of Cups. There's 3 celebrations coming up. And also, I think this is going to be, there's something connecting to summer for the 3. So there's you and 2 other ladies or 2 other friends around you, but there's something that links you all to the summertime, because I'm seeing the apples on tree. But there's it's like this. There's one celebration, and then a couple of weeks later there's another, and then like a month or 2 months later there's another celebration. I do feel though that the you and the other 2 around you, Marie, I think that you 3 have had each other's backs, and I think that you all get good energy off each other. You're all chalk and cheese. So one's a healer, one's the more mouthy kind of person, the red, the fiery person, and then we've got the green, which is like the calm person. But it's like all 3 of you, there's this really strong connection between all 3. There's people coming and going though, and I don't think these aren't meaning, I don't think these are causing any issues, because they're not showing that way. But it's like somebody comes in, Marie, and then somebody leaves, and somebody comes in, then somebody leaves, and it's like that. I do think though the waters around you have been a little bit bumpy, but there's so much healing coming in that let bygones be bygones. I think the relationship is more important to what's gone off. So I don't know whether there's been something that's upset the balance between you and the other two. But it's like just allow the healing because the pack of the three it has more of a stronger healing. Um, Don't know who's got the issues with the tummy area, but it's like you see, can you see on the tummy on that lady in the green? There's like red roses, not red roses, they're like red flowers going around the tummy and it's leading off. So I do think that this is something that comes and goes around the tummy area. Um, but yeah, for me, the three energies are really good. But watch out for summertime next year. Because once the apples are on the tree, for me, that's when the big changes are going to come for you, my lovely. Been asking since beginning of chat. Oh, I'm sorry, sweets. But I hope that gives you some. I hope that message had a meaning for you, my lovely. So, guys, I am going to end it there. I want to say thank you so much to everybody that's joined me tonight. And I look forward. There's been a big family rift, not seen a family year or two. Let bygones be bygones. I know sometimes forgiveness is a bit difficult, but there's healing in the water. And the water, you've got the heat. Let the healing start, Marie. Because that's gonna make a big difference. What will Kevin's reaction to the love confession message I sent him? I don't know, Kelly, my lovely, because I don't know what message you sent. But when it comes to how somebody's going to act in a relationship, I don't do them kind of readings. Because if I said to you, let's just say I said to you, he's going to think it's shit and he don't like you, you're going to be absolutely heartbroken. If I said to you, oh, he's going to fall madly in love with you, you're going to be over the moon. And then if he's not any of them, you're going to be left with a shitty reading and something that I can't predict. Yeah, I do apologize, my lovely. But for me, it's not something. It's not a kind of reading that I do. But I'm finishing now, Kelly, my lovely. If you want to pop back on next time, I will be live next week doing tarots again for everybody. So please, everybody, take care, stay safe, and I shall see you all later on for maybe a midnight chat. And I forgot to take my bloody tablet. Right, I'm going. I forgot. I did ask for a reminder at 9 o'clock, and I bet he posted in the chat, and I can't see John's comments. So bloody hell, bloody tablets. Right, take care, my lovelies, and I shall see you shortly. Mwah. Much love. I hope you all got what you needed from your readings as well. So blessed be. Take care. Bye. That's going into chat. I want to end broadcast. There we go. See you soon.